Captain Jake Morrison had faced down pirate fleets, navigated collapsing wormholes, and once talked his way out of Ahan. Execution on Rigel 7. None of that prepared him for sitting across from Queen Velara of the Thornian Empire while she asked why he kept avoiding her. The throne room stretched vast and crystalline around them, walls shimmering with bioluminescent patterns that shifted with the Queen's mood. Right now, they pulsed an ominous deep violet. Jake sat rigid in a chair that seemed grown rather than built, trying not to sweat visibly under his diplomatic jacket. Captain Morrison, Queen Velara repeated, her 4 eyes narrowing in sequence. I asked you a direct question. Jake swallowed. The Thornian Queen towered even while seated, her segmented exoskeleton gleaming like polished obsidian. Her crown wasn't metal, but living coral that grew from her skull, pulsing softly with each breath. Behind her, royal guards stood motionless, their blade arms folded across thoraxes. Your Majesty, Jake began carefully, I have the utmost respect for Princess Kaira. She's brilliant, accomplished, and has been nothing but gracious since I arrived. And yet you flee every time she enters a room. The Queen's mandibles clicked softly. You refused her invitation to tour the royal gardens. You declined to join her for the lunar viewing ceremony. Yesterday, you literally climbed out a window when she approached during the state dinner. Jake felt his face heat. In his defense, that window had been on the ground floor. Your Majesty, I can explain. Please do. Velara leaned forward, and the bioluminescent patterns on the walls flickered red. Because from where I sit, the human ambassador to our world is insulting my only daughter. This does not bode well for the alliance her people desperately need. That was the crux of it. Earth needed the Thornian Empire, needed their shield technology, their medical advances, their position in the Galactic Council. 3 months ago, Jake had been chosen for this assignment specifically because of his diplomatic record. His mission: secure humanity's place among the stars by forging strong ties with the Thornians. He was failing spectacularly. The truth is, Jake said slowly, your daughter terrifies me. Silence fell across the throne room. The guards shifted. The wall patterns froze mid-pulse. Queen Velara's expression was unreadable, which was saying something considering she had 4 eyes and 3 sets of facial plates. Terrifies you, she repeated, each word precise and cold. My Kaira, the same princess who founded 3 hospitals on relief worlds, who writes poetry that has won galactic awards, who personally rescued a human research team from a solar flare last year. That princess terrifies you. Yes, Jake said, then quickly added, but not for the reasons you think. Enlighten me, Captain. Because right now, I'm considering having you deported back to Earth in a recycling container. Jake took a breath. Here went nothing. Your daughter is perfect. Another silence. Your Majesty, please understand. Princess Kaira is brilliant. She speaks 17 languages fluently. She's kind and compassionate. When she talks about quantum mechanics or xenobiology or ancient poetry, she lights up the whole room. She remembers everyone's names, asks about their families, and genuinely cares about the answers. She's funny, she's brave, and she once spent 6 hours explaining Thornian history to me without making me feel stupid even once. You describe someone admirable, Velara said carefully. This explains your terror, how? Because I'm not perfect, Jake said. I'm not even close. I barely graduated from the academy. I got this position because I'm decent at talking to people, and I'm too stubborn to quit. I say the wrong thing constantly. I mix up cultural protocols. Last week I accidentally told Ambassador Gren that his wife looked delicious, instead of delightful, because I confused 2 words in his language. A small sound escaped the Queen. It might have been amusement, Jake, pressed on. Your daughter is going to rule an empire that spans 40 systems. She's going to make decisions that affect trillions. And I'm just some guy from Detroit who got lucky. Every time she tries to talk to me, all I can think is that I'm going to say something idiotic and embarrass myself, embarrass humanity, and destroy any chance Earth has at this alliance. So you climb out windows instead. It seemed logical at the time. Queen Velara sat back. The wall patterns shifted slowly to a neutral blue. You truly believe you are not worthy of my daughter's attention. I know I'm not, Your Majesty. She's a princess. I'm a captain who once got his ship stuck in a docking bay because I mixed up the controls. That story reached me, Velara said. You blamed it on a malfunction and filed a false report to avoid embarrassment. Jake's stomach dropped. I can explain. You then spent 3 months, salary paying for the repairs yourself, so the mechanic, who actually caused the malfunction, would not lose his job and his family's income. Jake blinked. How did you know that? Captain Morrison, did you think we would allow a human ambassador on our world without conducting thorough research? Velara's mandibles curved into what Jake had learned was a smile. We know everything about you. Your academy scores, which were actually quite good until you started working double shifts to send money to your sister for her medical treatments. Your diplomatic successes on 7 worlds, including talking the warlords of Crescent into a peace treaty everyone said was impossible. Your tendency to take blame for others' mistakes. Your habit of giving most of your salary to various charities. That's just being decent, Jake protested. Is it? Velara stood, her full height impressive even by Thornian standards. Tell me, Captain, what do you think makes someone worthy? Jake floundered. Achievement, accomplishment, being extraordinary, I see. The Queen walked down from her throne, each step deliberate. And tell me, in your research about our culture, what have you learned about Thornian values? Jake's mind raced through the briefings. Strength in combat, intellectual achievement, artistic excellence, honor in all things. Those are the values we present to outsiders, Velara said. They are real, but not complete. Do you know what quality we value above all others, Captain? Jake shook his head. Kindness, Velara said simply. True, genuine, selfless kindness. It is the rarest quality in the universe. Power is common. Intelligence is frequent. Even honor is merely following rules. But kindness, real kindness, requires choosing to care about others even when it costs you. Especially when it costs you. She stopped in front of Jake, looking down at him. My daughter sees in you what I see, Captain Morrison. Someone who thinks of others before himself, who admits fault readily, who climbs out windows not from cowardice, but from fear of causing harm. Do you know how rare that is among ambassadors and royalty? Jake felt like the floor had shifted beneath him. I just try to do the right thing. Exactly. Velara's expression softened. My daughter is perfect, as you say. Perfect and isolated because of it. She is surrounded by beings who want to use her status, her power, her influence, who see her crown before they see her. But you avoid her because you think you might say the wrong thing and hurt the Alliance. Not hurt your career. The Alliance. You put humanity's needs above your own comfort. That's literally my job, Your Majesty. Is it your job to pay for repairs you did not cause? To protect mechanics from unemployment? To send your earnings to your ill sister? Velara tilted her head. You do not understand yourself, Captain Morrison. You are not perfect, true. But you are good. Genuinely good. And that is far more rare and valuable. Jake sat stunned, processing this. My daughter does not want perfect, Velara continued. Perfect is boring. Perfect is predictable. Perfect is what she deals with every day. She wants someone real, someone who makes mistakes and admits them, someone who cares more about doing right than looking right. I still mix up your pronouns constantly, Jake said weakly. And you apologize each time. Then try harder. Velara returned to her throne. Captain Morrison, I am going to tell you something, and you will listen. My daughter likes you, not because you are perfect, but because you are genuine. You make her laugh. You ask questions about her interests instead of trying to impress her. You treat her like a person, not a prize. She's amazing, Jake admitted. When she talks about stellar cartography, her whole face lights up. She has this theory about using gravitational lensing to map dark matter, and the way she explained it made me actually understand it for the first time. And her poetry, the piece she wrote about the formation of binary stars, being like finding another soul. I've never heard anything that beautiful. You have read my daughter's poetry? Jake realized too late what he had admitted. I found it in the public library. I wanted to understand Thornian art better. For diplomatic purposes. Diplomatic purposes. Velara's amusement was clear now. Captain, let me make something plain. You will stop avoiding my daughter. You will attend tomorrow's garden tour. You will sit with her at dinner. And you will stop climbing out windows like a frightened juvenile. Your Majesty, that is not a request. That is an order from your host queen. Velara's 4 eyes fixed on him. And Captain, my daughter already knows you are imperfect. She finds it refreshing. So stop trying to be what you think you should be, and just be yourself. That is who she wishes to know. Jake stood, managing a proper Thornian bow despite his shaking hands. Yes, Your Majesty. Good. Now leave before I tell you the embar.